we need to think of a new advert for freebets.com.
Get your best betting offers from freebets.com.
Yeah, that'll do.
The following deals are now live.
Matt Lenihan Boxing Social in association with freebets.com, Empire Fight Store and Forged Irish Stout. A pleasure to be joined by Mohammad Ali. 4-0, you've recently just moved to Anthony Crolla's gym. I've seen you spar today, you're ticking over very nicely, my friend. How are you feeling? I'm eager to get back out?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look, it's been a good few months that I've been out and I've not showed my skills. But yeah, and obviously training with Anthony, taking over with him, it feels good. I'm feeling sharp already.
Have you found that transition? It's not always easy when you move from one trainer to another, different set of styles, how the gym operates, but how have you found this sort of transition? You look at home here.
Yeah, I mean, look, Anthony, he helps me, and he obviously, look, he lets me do what I want to do, and he's just adding his knowledge, you know, because he's been at the top, you know what I mean, so he knows what's good for me and what's not good for me, so obviously it's the best thing to learn from him. But yeah, it's the transition between me and Anthony from moving from David Kohler is good. I can't complain at all.
In terms of your next step, obviously 4 fights, a very positive start to your career, sort of high hopes for you as well, comes with pressure. When can we next expect to see you back out? I know you're eager to get going now.
Yeah, obviously, look, I've got a Ramadan coming next month, so inshallah, hopefully, probably May time, roughly, middle to end of May, I'm definitely coming out again, inshallah.
You're only 19 years of age, you sort of got the world at feet, you got a lot of time. What's this sort of year about for you? When you get to the end of this year, are you wanting to be looking back saying, you know what, I've been very active, I've had another 4 or 5 fights, however it works out, and you know you've got that year of sort of learning and seasoning? Yeah,
obviously, look, especially this year, I want to showcase my skills, I want to be learning, you know what I mean, I want to be being just gaining that experience, you get what I mean, and that's what's the best thing for me right now, especially as a young age, just gaining that experience.
In terms of you coming through, obviously when you look at the other fighters around, have you sort of seen the other young fighters who maybe in a few years you go, you know what, that'll be the guy who me and him have a huge fight? You know, like we talk about Adam Azim and your Dalton Smith. So I know Dalton's a few years above, but you can sort of see down the line that fight will be huge if it doesn't happen next. Have you seen these other fighters coming through? You go, you know what, he'll be that guy.
Yeah, I mean, look, I've seen other fighters come through, and I know who's gonna get to the top, and I know like sometimes it's difficult for other people. I ain't gonna say, yeah, but no, inshallah, like, hopefully, like, you know, people who put the hard work in deserve to get to the top. Do you get what I mean? And I know a few people who do that. But yeah, definitely.
What's you obviously stable? You looked after by Sam Jones. Huge fight's just been announced. Obviously, Josh Taylor, Jack Catterall. I can imagine. Obviously, it's obviously you'd be probably riding with Jack, all things considering. But great fight, a rematch everyone was wanted to see after the first one. Just talk to me a bit about that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look, after the first fight and that, you know, the decision was a bit iffy. But I mean, look, Jack, if he puts the hard work in, obviously, look, I know me and him are signed by the same manager, Sam Jones. Yeah. So obviously I will be in his corner and I will be supporting him. And obviously he is a nice guy. When you speak to him in person, he's a lovely guy. So, I mean, I will be supporting him and hopefully he will get the job done this time.
What's sort of yours and Sam's plan, just coming back to yourself and your progression? Obviously you come with this, you know, big reputation from the amateurs. I feel like it's always a thing where if you come from a good amateur pedigree, people try and fast track you or move you quickly. If you had a chat with Sam about how quickly that you want to be moved through the levels, because I'm sure it's sort of a bit of give and take. You'll probably say, yeah, fight anyone kind of thing, but they'll be like, look, we need to do it step by step. Have you had that chat about what's next and what could be next?
Yeah, definitely. Me and Sam have spoken about that, and obviously with my dad being involved as well, we don't want to rush it. Look, I know I've had a pretty decent amateur pedigree, and obviously that's what a lot of people want to see, just going through the ranks and just showcasing and showing what you're made of. But the thing is, I like to take my time and I like to gain experience, because I know when I get to them top level fights, it's gonna show. And if I'm rushing it, I haven't been there, and it's gonna start oncoming.
Is it important for you to go through like that traditional route of picking up the titles on the way? You know, a lot of people talk about area, Commonwealth, you know, European, and going through them. Do you at British, do you have these aspirations to pick up these titles on the road?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look, once you're picking them up, you've been at every stage. You're not just skipping a stage. You know what I mean? You've learnt it. You work to that stage. You keep going at that stage. Then you move on to the next stage once you've beaten everyone at that stage. So I mean, definitely, yeah.
Who are the other fighters that you, from your perspective, who do you enjoy watching? You know, like who you would tune in to, like maybe stay up late in the morning. So I always find it interesting, like who do other like professional boxers go, you know what, I'll stay up and definitely watch that. Could be anyone. Like who would you turn on at, like say 4 in the morning pay-per-view fight? Who are them fighters?
See, I like to watch a lot of boxing, and I like to pick up on what everyone at the top level is doing and what helps them. But the main person that I like to watch is Shakur Stevenson. I mean, you can't...
Southpaw.
Yeah, exactly. And he's class. So that's why I kind of like pick my style from him, you know what I mean? And see what he does and what got him to the top.
Well, look, it's been a pleasure catching up. I'll make this more of a regular stop-off since you boys are only half hour away. Have you got a message for all your fans, your supporters, all these people getting behind you on this journey?
Yeah, obviously, look, I'm going to be out soon, don't worry, and inshallah I'm going to come out with a big bang, inshallah.
Mohammad Ali, look, I appreciate your time. Thanks for talking to Boxing Social. We will catch up again very soon.
Thank you very much.
We need to think of a new advert for freebets.com.
Get your best betting offers from freebets.com.
Yeah, that'll do.
The following deals are now live.